I cannot believe what I am witnessing as the Toronto Blue Jays do the unthinkable once again. At this point, it's becoming routine for this team to battle, and they absolutely are not only on fire, they're getting contributions from players up and down the lineup, up and down the bullpen. Things are not only going great for the Jays, they are doing something we haven't seen in the Vladdy era. They're doing things we haven't seen in years, and we're here for the ride, and they are an absolutely horrifying team to play against. So, to break it all down in this episode, folks, before we get into it all, if you're part of the percentage, you aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Jays content. The Jays have won 7 straight, folks. If you're enjoying the ride, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for all your continued support. You guys have been an absolute beast with the support. It means the world truly to me. So thank you guys for that. You guys are unbelievable, folks. Let's just keep on rolling. The Toronto Blue Jays take care of business once again. Walk-off fashion. I can't even... It's an insane turn of events here from where this team was just a few weeks ago to now. It is truly shocking. And let's just dive right into it. It was honestly a game where their offense was not very good at all. We're going to dive into the whole game, but they were at one point 1 for 10, I think 1 for 11, 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position before, of course, the big game-winning hit. Let's go down through the team and the lineup. So a big note here coming into this game was a big roster or lineup change rather that they've made. And it's not necessarily, a huge change in the sense of compared to the past few games because we haven't been seeing it with Bichette being out. They have kept Nathan Lucas in the leadoff spot. So going up against a righty today, they decided to move Bo and put him back down to the 4th spot. You have Nathan Lucas leading off. He goes 2 for 5. Lucas has been unbelievable. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing him continue to lead off against righties. Ernie Clement lead off against lefties. George Springer, guess what? Another home run. Is it surprising? Absolutely not. This is exactly what you would expect at this point from George Springer, the way that he's hitting the ball. Vladdy, fantastic game. Really, bad game from Bichette, to be honest. Bad defensive play and a pretty bad strikeout in the bottom of the 11th. But I'm not going to be a pessimist here. I'm going to just continue to talk about the positive because this team is extremely, these are the games that great teams win. Of course, Addison Barger with the walk-off laser. He's playing really well. 2 RBIs for him, 2 RBIs for Springer. And then, of course, the middle of the order, nothing from Kirk, nothing from, Wagner, Ernie Clement, and Miles Straw got the job done a couple times. Folks, this is truly unbelievable. And honestly, one of the bigger storylines in this game was the pitching. But the hitters, they only had 4 runs today. They had so many chances to blow this game open. Springer with a clutch 2-run home run to put them up 3-2. Vladdy with several hits. He looked fantastic today. And of course, Barger and Lucas with the crazy bunt in the bottom of the 11th. Truly perfect because we can rewind now to the bottom of the 10th. And Leo Jimenez comes up and he needs to lay a bunt down, right? He misses the bunt twice or fouls off, whatever, 2 strikes, and then he gets a pitch clock violation to strike out. The team ultimately didn't score. The game should have ended in the 10th, especially for a Blue Jays team that is dealing with an absolutely tired bullpen right now. You need to get those bunts down. Those are the type of things that get you sent back down to the minors. You can find someone in the minor leagues in AAA that can do that can bunt the ball, and Leo Jimenez wasn't able to get that done. So that was very unfortunate. And then it goes to the bottom of the 11th. Lucas lays a perfect bunt down, just absolutely phenomenal. They end up, of course, just a fantastic bunt. It ends up being bases loaded with no outs. And then guess what happens? Ultimately, it was interesting. They walk Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bichette strikes out. And then Addison Barger with 2 outs comes up and absolutely comes up clutch. Lace, rocket, missile to right field to win the game. And just something that everyone wanted to see. And this team is, they feel unstoppable right now. Even in games where they aren't playing well offensively, you leave a ton of runners on, you find ways to win. That's what this team does. And the MVP of this game, there's 2 players I want to give the MVP to. But first, let's talk about Max Scherzer. 4 innings, 2 runs, looked really good. The umpire, completely terrible. And if you missed this game, I meant to grab the screenshot of it. The umpire probably, I hate saying the umpire costs that any team runs, because, it does happen, but it's very rare. The umpire cost Max Scherzer probably an inning and at least 1 run. There was multiple pitches, should have been strikeouts, and both of the runs were off of, or at least one of them was off of a sac fly. And of course, Barger got absolutely gunned. Barger's having the season of his life. The umpire screwed Max Scherzer. He looked fantastic. The best his fastball has actually looked all year. He topped out at 95 miles per hour, averaging 94 miles per hour, or 93.8. He looked really, really good. A lot of those walks were because of the umpire. Of course, he was missing a little bit away to right-handed batters. And, left hip side. But it is what it is. The Jays managed to win. So Scherzer, really good. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Nick Sandlin, dominant, a clean inning. And Lazaro Estrada had a video on him. Earlier today, it would have been. Fantastic. Unbelievable debut. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks. Folks, for a man who makes his major league debut, and they were talking on the broadcast about how he has blood in his veins from, like, the MLB, baseball, those different things, and pitching and pressure. He didn't look scared at all. 4 innings, 1 run, and for a John Schneider, clearly, and it was very clear to me, he made a decision. We are going to put Lazaro Estrada out there, and we're not going to use our bullpen as long as we possibly can. Whether we win, whether we lose, we're just going to let him out there because their bullpen has been decimated. No Jimmy Garcia. Jeff Hoffman's been used a ton. Brendan Little's been used a ton. Literally everybody has been used a ton. They managed to get out of this game, and one of the underlying storylines here is not only the fact that they won the game, they won it without using many relievers that are high leverage. Braden Fisher needs the MVP award for random reliever. Thank you to the Dodgers for trading him in the Kevin Biggio trade. And I know a lot of people back then, when I made the video about them acquiring Braden Fisher, said, why would the Dodgers give up a pitcher who's actually good? They have the best pitching system in baseball. It worked out. The Jays get 2 scoreless innings, both of them with the runner on, the ghost runner at second. He won them the game. They should have got it done in the bottom of the 10th. Didn't happen. And of course, in the bottom of the 11th, they almost didn't win the game. Springer hit a missile that got caught by the second baseman. An insane catch. Horrible at bat by Bichette. And then, of course, Addison Barger comes up clutch. But man, oh man, the pitching is the underlying storyline here. And the hitting was bad, but the bullpen was elite. Lazaro Estrada giving up 1 run in 4 innings saves the bullpen for tomorrow. You have now some of your high leverage guys available tomorrow. Of course, there's some, other things that will hopefully, they need more rest, right? The bullpen needs more rest about it. And of course, Jimmy Garcia, he's going to be out for 15 days. He was placed on the IL. I have a video coming on that tomorrow morning. But Estrada, the guy who comes up for, a lot of these guys, just fantastic. I got to give a huge shout out to Lazaro Estrada. Just unbelievable. Braden Fisher, unbelievable. Nick Sandlin, great. Max Scherzer turning back the clock. I love the way Max Scherzer looked. And they were saying it in the broadcast, like, he looked really, really, really good despite the iffy stat line. Absolutely fantastic. And again, we'll see about the thumb fatigue. That's, of course, going to be a big, big deal. I'll have a video coming for you guys tomorrow morning with all the latest updates because things tend to flood into the night. But man, oh man, what a game for this Toronto Blue Jays team. Back-to-back walk-offs. I don't even know. It's the craziest stretch of play in a lot of our lifetimes probably in the regular season, like 2015 vibes, 2016 vibes. It's insane. And you look at this lineup now, look how deep they are. When you lead off Lucas, who's been elite as well, Lucas, Springer, Guerrero, Bichette, Barger, Kirk's in the 6 hole. And then, of course, Ernie Clement is in the 8 hole, who has been one of the best hitters in baseball over the past little bit. And OPS nearing, 740, 750. It's truly an honor to be able to watch this team play. And it's just, I don't know. I feel blessed to be able to just talk about them every day. And I'm very excited that they're finally playing good baseball. We had the horrible season last year. I keep saying this. Of course, I still have videos every day. A lot of you guys, of course, we're all watching the Jays at some point. Some people checked out, rightfully so. But to go from how bad that team was to the absolute wizardry and magic that Dave Popkins has made this team and everybody else involved, truly insane. And even in a game where you have runners in scoring position, you can't capitalize. You win the game against a very solid Angels team who's competing for a wild card spot. And ladies and gentlemen, one other thing before I wrap up: Yankees lose, Rays lose. Jays are 3 games up in the AL East. See you guys tomorrow morning.